Hello there, and welcome to our webinar, How to Optimize Your Content for the Google AI Overview. So, as the era of artificial intelligence is now taking over search engine results, the traditional models of SEO need some rethinking. And I'm really excited to be here to talk to you today about AI overviews and how higher education websites can prepare their future-facing SEO strategies thinking about AI-powered search. So before we get started, I'm Kate McGowan. I'm Senior Content and SEO Specialist here at Carnegie, and I'm the Adventurous and Caring Advisor. So we're here to talk about Google's endeavor into the AI-enhanced search results through its search generative experience experiment, and we're also going to talk about what we know is effective to optimize for this new feature. So our agenda today is going to start with discussing what is Google's search generative experience, as well as the anatomy and behavior of the AI overview features. Then we'll talk about ways you can optimize your website for AI overviews, as well as reporting challenges, and then also our thoughts about future of search engines and search engine optimization. So let's get into what is Google's search generative experience and what are AI overviews. So Google has used AI and the power of predictive AI in algorithm systems really for years, but SGE and AI overviews are a new kind of generative AI that leverages all of Google's prior knowledge and machine learning capabilities to generate a supercharged rich snippet as part of the search results when someone uses Google. So Google's definition of the AI overview and what Google has said about the search generative experience is that it's an update, an experimental update to the search experience, which uses generative AI to give users more information and context in response to their searches. So the main feature is an AI-powered overview that services key points of website content directly in search results, providing an answer before users have to scroll or click, with the intention of helping users, quote, dig deeper by interacting with conversational type AI and also by clicking links to cited web page sources. Google has said that the context within this feature will be carried over from question to question to help users more naturally continue their exploration and search. And we're going to talk a lot about that later on. So really, Google is using new generative AI technology to help satisfy user needs in a new way. The history of the AI overviews in SGE is very short, but a lot has happened since it was first rolled out in May 2023. In May 2023, AI overviews was rolled out as a beta version in a feature called Search Labs, where some users could sign up to view AI overviews and begin, seeing testing happen through the rest of 2023. In August 2023, a few visual and interface updates were made. Also, changes to the way pages were cited and linked also changed slightly during the first year of a search generative experience and the appearances of AI overviews. At the beginning of 2024, the experience was expanded to be available to users to sign up in more countries, and it was also expanded to appear more often, especially for location-based queries. In March 2024, the AI overviews began appearing in the main Google search interface outside of that beta test version. And just this last month in May 2024, AI overviews began appearing to all Google users. So, what does the AI overview look like? If you haven't seen it appear in your Google searches yet, the AI overview is a more robust form of the featured snippet with generative text to answer the query put into the search bar, as well as links to citations, cards, other features that we will talk about in just a moment. The AI overview often takes up the entirety of the above the fold area above the organic search results, and it appears as this shaded bubble that really takes up the entirety of that above the scroll area. And here's a little bit of a look of where it can push down the rest of the organic and sponsored results and compared to your traditional SERP, which has that real estate that is taken up by paid ads in organic search results. The AI overviews appear first, appear full width, and then push the other everything else down. So the organic search results, paid search results, and also any other organic features on the Google search results. It's also important to note that the AI overviews appear in mobile searches and also in searches within the Google app too. So now that the AI overviews and the search generative experience is in a full rollout stage, the AI overviews are beginning to appear alongside paid ads. Sometimes paid ads are appearing above, and that is still in flux right now. Now we're going to move right along to the what makes up the AI overview, the different parts of the AI overview, and how it behaves. So the first thing that you'll see in any variation or version of the AI overview is a quality warning for generative AI is an experimental, feature, and an info quality may vary. So that will appear in any AI overview. And we're going to talk about each of these results a little bit more deeply in a moment. But some of the other components of the AI overviews, especially related to higher education web searches, is the carousel feature with cards, other linked citations under caret icons, also the show more expansion, and ask a follow-up question. So, like I said, we're going to go into each of these components a little bit more deeply right now. So we're going to first speak to the carets and citations. So in the AI overviews, expandable caret icons reveal links to cited source pages and also web pages with other relevant content to the search. So these clickable citation cards that are revealed by the caret icons can include a logo or even an image sometimes, and they also display a title for the page and the description for the source page as well. So also other ways that the other features of the AI search generative experience include the carousel features. So a scrollable carousel will often feature some of these website sources that are used to generate the answer as well as relevant content. Because of the placement of the carousel as well as its engaging visuals, the carousel that appears in the AI overview is one of the best opportunities to capture not just organic traffic with clicks, but also brand awareness from the AI overview. As you can see, there's brand names located at the cards here, as well as the opportunity for an engaging image. So as you can see, sometimes the generated answer within the AI overview is leveraging what Google knows is on the internet to write out a text answer to the question. Other times, the answer can appear as a list. So sometimes the answer can include an ordered list. An ordered list can provide the user with a list of brand names, sometimes accompanied by a logo, a description, or sometimes an ordered list can be bullet lists of a name of a school or a name of a program. So the lists that are generated, as well as the logos and components of the list features, they are generated from website information, Google Business Profile information, as well as other internet directories. And a study showed that ordered lists appear 38% of the time when an AI overview appears for a keyword. So ordered lists are very user-friendly. They can include numerical lists, especially when it comes to lists of rankings or something that is necessarily needing to be presented in order. And ordered lists are often also used to display local modules. So ordered lists help uh, distinguish those local maps as well as locations if by users who are searching for near me or state locations. So in contrast to the ordered lists that appear 38% of the time, that same study showed that unordered lists appear 48% of the time. So unordered lists are another way that the AI overview can flex and change to provide helpful information. And because it's one of the most flexible ways, the unordered lists are probably used more because it can provide helpful information in multiple different presentations. So if a user is searching for a program or searching for an institution to attend, AI overviews are going to use what Google knows about your school or what Google knows about other entities to either include your brand or your program as a suggestion in the list or not. So because these are not necessarily ordered, by ranking numbers or by closeness to the user's location, sometimes the unordered list represents more of an opportunity to have your program, your institution be named higher up on the unordered list. There's more of an opportunity there to pull levers that can optimize for AI search, as opposed to how ordered lists are typically structured by the ranking position or how close you are to someone. Um, but similar to how we don't know everything about how typical organic search results rank things, how the ranking algorithm works specifically. It's similar to that, but in the same way, we do actually know from some studies that the majority of the web links or citations in the AI overviews do not overlap with the top 10 regular organic results. So we know that there's a good opportunity here to appear in a new space that you hadn't before with the AI overviews. We're going to talk about that more in a second. The next component we're going to speak about is the Ask a Follow-up feature. So Ask a Follow-up is a really important component of this new emerging technology of the AI overviews. It's kind of like a transformation or new presentation of the traditional search engine bar. It's a search bar that's embedded within the AI overview at the very bottom. It allows users to type a new query directly in the AI overview or select from the suggested follow-up questions. So if a follow-up search is performed or if one of the suggested follow-up questions is selected by the user in order to continue that search, the what happens is a more conversational chatbot style interface opens up with more AI overview results, more follow-up questions, and it really is going to be similar to your first AI overview result, but look more familiar to a ChatGPT or Google Bard conversational interface where your question appears in result to the where the answer appears on the left in result to your search on the right. So we're going to spend some time talking about the follow-up questions because the technology behind the progressive follow-up questions within the AI overview is doing something new in search, which is that it is allowing that context from a previous search to be taken into account on the next search. So the AI overview in this way is displaying hyper relevant results to users. And as I just said, this is kind of displaying a technology that's new to search. So this emerging way to search allows context from a previous question to be carried over to the next question. So while that leads to the AI overviews being a place where users can see very specific hyper relevant content, the flip side of that is that the AI overview is also importantly, not showing irrelevant content because of the ability to retain context question to question. So I've seen follow-up questions characterized as like a choose your own adventure style search journey where super hyper relevant content is going to appear where more vague results otherwise would have appeared in traditional results. So this is part of an overall strategy by Google to using AI overviews and these new experiments in search results to satisfy users' need for information or satisfy users' need to take a specific action more immediately and provide that information more easily and fast. So an example that can help put this into a perspective is a prospective graduate student in their search journey. So in a traditional search journey for a prospective graduate student, they would make one search like, what can you learn in a forensic science program? And in the search results, they would likely see a mix of both information related to master's degrees and information related to undergraduate degrees, leading that user to then modify their search and maybe put instead, what can you learn in a master's in forensic science degree? So that next search that the user performs maybe is about requirements or an internship or something like that. If they create a new search, that context of looking for only a graduate program is not going to be carried over. And if the, search is not modified with that graduate or master's degree keyword appended on, then that brand new search would also just surface more undergraduate information, leading, each search to be kind of a fresh start. So this is the evolution past that, where the AI overviews and its more advanced search interface and this new technology of progressive follow-up searches allows the AI overview and its conversation to not only pick up that pick up that context of the graduate program, graduate students' needs, pick that up more quickly, but also reflect that in the search results more quickly and be able to understand when a follow-up question is made, either by selecting one or by typing one in the AI overview, that it is going to continue to know that the undergraduate information is irrelevant to this user search journey and continually exclude that from results, only showing the results that are relevant to that graduate student. So that is a way that search currently did not work. And now AI overviews are starting to allow users to feel that in their search experience. One of the last features that we'll talk about the anatomy of the AI overview is the show more expansion. So overwhelmingly, when the AI overview appears in response to a search, it'll most likely appear as this kind of collapsed version where it appears as a snippet of an answer with some of those engagement clickable citations and follow-up questions, but also the opportunity to show more. So when expanded by clicking show more, the AI overview provides even more robust information that you can look to that's speaking to different aspects of the query. There's a lot of different aspects behind someone putting in computer engineering degree. It expands a lot to show more information, more opportunities to be cited as well. But something important to note is that when the show more expansion is selected, that those first couple citations that were hidden behind this caret, the first two open up to that longer interface. So that allows you to have some visibility if you are located in the first couple there. It also is there in order to help mitigate some of that space taken up by AI overviews. So it's attempting to balance between the AI overview and the traditional organic search results, but it's of course still visually arresting and enticing for users to then click show more and see those, website citations, those brands, those websites, and the information that can help them answer their query. The AI overviews also regularly, we've seen them regularly include images, YouTube videos, Google Business Profile photos, also Google reviews, and information and multimedia from different places on the internet, not just your website. So as you can see in this, even in just one overview, one AI generated answer here, you can see a photo from a Google Business Profile that was uploaded by the institution. You also have photos that are uploaded from users, also user reviews and links. You're also seeing little snippets of pages that are linked, titles and icons. There's a lot of points of engagement and kind of social evidence here, with reviews mentioning the query. So all of this really leads to the fact that you're in the new landscape of search, all of your institution's social and web presences, and also mentions of your institution on platforms you might not have control over can appear in search. So in your Google Business Profile, Google Maps, YouTube, TikTok, also Reddit, Quora, and forums or user perspectives, these are all appearing in AI overviews. this is important because until now, really maybe Google Business Profile has been on your radar and as an enrollment marketer. And of course, social media profiles are of utmost importance. But instead of those being siloed efforts, those who manage how your school appears in search and how your school appears in social media may have to work more closely together to ensure that the information that could be pulled from social media into search aligns with the organic search marketing strategy, and also, if possible, signal to search engines that profiles are linked to the website and to each other. So, for example, linking to the website from social profiles or connecting your social profiles to your institution YouTube channels, just that interconnectivity there. And another takeaway is that you will likely have little to no control over some aspects of the AI overview, especially user perspectives and reviews. This also breaks into efforts you may have for brand or authority management, where you should be reviewing and addressing, reviewing and then addressing the Google reviews for your school, as well as being aware of how your institution is perceived or being talked about by communities on Reddit or Quora or other forum sites. There's even a forums tab now on Google, as you can see in the screenshot, and recent partnerships between Google and Reddit allow Google to display really detailed snippets of Reddit and other forums like Quora directly in search. So it's definitely important to consider here. So here, let's get into some more information about the availability of the AI overview, since that's still a little bit unclear. So the generated text overview is not available for all searches, and it's not only just not available for all searches. It's there's not really a hard and fast rule. It's a little bit volatile right now in terms of it appearing for the same keyword or appearing always for the same keyword. So there's not necessarily an availability that you can count on right now for keyword by keyword basis. And a lot of things play into that, especially with the volatility of the experimental generated text. So there's a lot of maybe caution on Google's part to not deploy the AI overview in every search for every user need. And that can link to the topic that Google is always wary about, is topics that involve your money and your life. So that can be an explanation of why Google is being careful about the AI overviews appearing for all keywords all the time. But in a study in February 2022, it was reported that the education industry was one of 3 top industries where AI overviews were appearing for 98% of the queries on average. So while there is still some volatility on whether the AI overview will appear for a keyword every time the keyword is searched, there is definitely a lot of opportunity here for the education institutions to be cited in the AI overviews. So there's a couple different versions, and we just looked at the collapsed version of how AI overviews can appear. The collapsed version appears 16% of the time, and more often the overview appears as an opt-in appearance. So it is presented as an option for users to request an AI overview, and out of 84% of times that the AI overviews are showing 84% of the time, 68% of the time that is opt-in, and 16% of the time that is a collapsed version where users must expand. Here we have some more logistical information about AI overviews. So right now, AI generated answers to search results within the Google AI overview, and frankly, other emerging AI search engines as well. They're taking longer to load than traditional search, which might not be that much of a surprise. Right now, the Google AI overviews take an average of 6.08 seconds to generate. And on average, something I want to talk about is how the AI overview shows about 10 links total. As you saw in that expanded version, there's several carrots that have opportunities to cite links. So on average, the overview shows about 10 links, but of those 10 links, it is on average just 4 unique links. So what that means is that the same websites can be cited and typically are cited in multiple places in the AI overview. And another key point is that the top 10 organic traditional search results, those top 10 ranked results are often cited in the AI overview, but they're not always the same ones that are cited in the AI overview. So a study showed that 94% of links in the Google AI overview are actually different from the top organic search results. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what that opportunity means. And we'll also note here that Google is still testing how paid ads will appear in the AI overview. We've seen higher education institutions content appear in the AI generated search results across the website. So academic content, admissions content, thought leadership articles and blogs, and also video content. And as we just mentioned, a lot of social content. But on your website, a lot of different content may be featured in the AI overview in response to queries related to a topic, an area of study, a degree path, or a career field. So what this speaks to is really that the AI overview can provide helpful answers to prospective students throughout their entire search journey as a prospective student. So all the way from someone just researching a career area or trying to find their next step in their career to trying to locate a degree and a school that matches their needs and aspirations, all throughout that process, the AI overview can appear. So the first one we'll dive into is how program page content can appear. So we've seen program pages appear and other academic content appear in the AI overview in response to short tail keywords and also question-based keywords. They are cited in those clickable citation cards in the generated text. They are cited in source panels and carousel panels. And they're also cited as part of lists in structured lists as a brand list. And you'll see that program pages are linked directly, as well as just brands are presented with the option of the degree as well. We have seen admissions content appear in the AI overview, both admissions content and, interestingly, blog content that speaks to admissions questions appears for higher ed searches as well. Same as the program pages, we've seen them appear in the linked citations. And you'll see here that, as I just mentioned, you have a kind of blog style question-based piece of content. Will I get in, transfer in response to the search transfer student requirements? And then you also have a transfer admissions page as well. And interestingly, here you'll see that the AI overview is really locating wherever the information lives on your website. So in response to the search BSN program application, we've also seen program page, as an example, we've also seen program pages and academic pages be pulled in for admissions type questions when that admissions information is really clearly spelled out on those pages. Another important type of content that appears is evergreen thought leadership and blog content. So this is one of the types of content that can really be tailored to target all stages of that search journey I was just talking about, from early on to later on in the search journey. From early, what can you do with a biochemistry degree keywords, so all the way through. So you can have the blogs be cited in those carousel panels, of course, and in the expanded citation links as well, with your brand name icon, your title, and meta description. And so that's one of those great opportunities to be part of that answer for when the AI overview is responding to questions. We have seen the AI overview appear in a pretty unique way with faculty content. So as I just mentioned, the AI overview is not going to appear every time. And Google has really said that AI overviews are going to appear just in the cases and in the searches where it has the ability to provide a better answer than the traditional organic search results or the features that already exist within Google. So here you can see how the typical result for a person-based search, when you search a faculty member or search for a person on Google, you'll typically see something like this: cards and just features that appear for a person-based search. So here you'll see that that still appears when you're searching for a faculty member at the institution, but the AI overview is appearing just as that follow-up question box. So what this tells me is that a lot of in this case, the search engine determined that the regular way Google would answer this query is good enough to show, but it still creates that opportunity for a more personalized search experience for the user to carry on their search. And with that, now that we've talked about the different parts of the AI overviews and how it can appear, when it appears, and the different types of academic searches and academic content it can appear for, we're now going to shift into talking about how you can begin to think about optimizing content on your website specifically to increase the chances of appearing in the AI overviews now that they're being rolled out to the full population of Google users. So a couple areas of focus that we're going to talk about in optimizing content for AI overviews and just in the future of AI powered search engines across, brands and platforms, not just Google, is areas of focus are creating subject matter expert content that illustrates expertise, experience, authority, and trust, which is an older SEO concept. Also, putting greater focus on question-based long tail keyword phrases in your content strategy. And finally, putting more energy into image and video optimization. So going into each of these a little bit deeper, we're going to think about in this new era of AI-powered search, prioritizing authority management in your content marketing strategy. So in this new landscape, really the differentiator in what information becomes the most citable, the most trustworthy on the internet is going to be demonstrating authority. And higher education institutions, you have a lot of, you're in a great position to leverage the many subject matter experts that you have within your institution. And this can feature, we're going to talk about this in a second. You leverage your subject matter experts when selecting topics for blog articles for organic traffic, and as well as using your subject matter experts to really drive a forward-thinking progressive way to talk about a topic, not just regurgitating content that already exists out there, perspectives that already exist out there, not just using them for their knowledge, but also focusing your entire thought leadership strategy on just core pillars of knowledge. So you have a lot of subject matter experts at your institution, and a lot of opportunities to create content that is engaging and interesting. But you want to also focus your thought leadership strategy on core pillars of knowledge that allows you to really build out robust content support for your core areas. So let's just say maybe nursing or art, if those are core pillars to your brand and to your areas of expertise, it's a good idea to focus your thought leadership strategy on those areas. Also, a strategy that we're recommending is an increased focus on optimizing for long tail keywords, which are often seen as some of the more low competition keywords, but optimizing for long tail keywords in robust academic and admissions content is really going to be critical in the future of search where users are used to very powerful AI search engines to be able to bring specific information right into search results that traditional Google search has not always been able to do effectively. So an example of a long tail keyword that will be able to have more prevalence and be more able to find an answer in search is something that as complex as small colleges with internship programs in the New York City area with no application fee. So ensuring that those long tail, very involved keywords, you're going to want to look at both what they indicate in terms of the information that your users are searching to find on your website, but you are also ensuring that that information is discoverable through strong site architecture and by H tagging headings. We also know that pages with images have an upper hand in appearing in that carousel feature and also in those panel style citations. And we also know that videos often appear in the AI overview. So you're going to talk about how to optimize your images for your AI overviews. So going a little bit deeper into subject matter expert content, it's no longer good enough just to optimize your program pages on your website or to optimize your pages with meta descriptions and headers. it's also important now to build out content pages that answer key questions at all levels of the research stages before enrollment, during the admissions and enrollment process, all the way from becoming aware of your brand to converting, building out pages that speak to all levels of that journey. And remember also that the AI overview's ability to expand into that chatbot-like interface and also its ability to carry context from search to search, we are predicting that search is going to become much more conversational. So really optimizing for these long tail keywords and using that information to demonstrate your comprehensive authority on a topic and your ability to meet your users' needs all the way through that journey. It's really about elevating your website's authority for AI overviews, but also as a longevity strategy. No matter how the search results change, AI overviews, however AI becomes involved in the search results, something that will always be put first is experts. So you can use your subject matter experts to ensure that your content that you're building out to meet these needs are speaking to something unique and showing that your website is not just authoritative by having the content, but that it is authoritative by who is writing it, who is contributing to it, and how it is demonstrating your institution's expertise and experience in this topic. So you can elevate content, or I'm sorry, you can elevate faculty as content creators, or you can make sure that their bio pages are optimized, that the faculty bios have background on the individuals, their research interests, engagements that they have, also ensuring that faculty pages are linked off of the subject matter expert content or these thought leadership blogs that are speaking to these different places in the search journey. Linking faculty pages there can show authority, and they can show authority being linked throughout your website as much as possible. For instance, linking faculty pages to the programs that they teach, in addition to these question-based blogs. So because the AI overviews are more powerful and can handle more complex queries, you're going to want to pivot your keyword research strategy to identify the question-based long tail queries that are going to not just trigger the AI overview, but also cite your content in the results. So tools that you can use to pivot your keyword research strategy to identify not just the more complex long tail queries, but also the specific questions that are being asked by different audiences are by using some of these tools. So Google Search Console can Google Search Console can help you identify the queries that your current website users, the users who are currently finding your website in search results, how they are searching for information related to their search journey. So you can use this regular expression formula to filter the queries that your website is appearing for in Google, and use Google Search Console to see that the questions that are appearing in your search results with what, why, how, when, where, who, those question words, and also VS, that versus. So in that consideration stage, when someone is maybe considering a Master of Science versus Master of Arts, that is included in this regular expression formula. You can use this to filter to see which keywords that have those questions attached to them are currently serving your website in the search results. So this can really help, especially with branded keywords, your university brand requirements, very specific information that students are looking to find. You can see what they're searching in Google Search Console. In addition to Google Search Console, which shows information directly related to your website's search results, a third-party tool like Answer the Public can help you find the questions that users are asking outside of that audience. So all users on the internet you can understand related to a degree, the questions that are being asked around it, or your school, what questions are being asked around it. So answerthepublic.com allows you to create a search for a short tail keyword and then review questions, prepositions, comparison searches, long tail keywords related to that short tail keyword. So Answer the Public is a great tool for doing that. And finally, you're going to want to implement actual review of the Google search results of the AI overview in your keyword research. So we refer to this step in keyword research as search listening. So search listening is really going to be critical in the future of content marketing and ensuring that your keywords are speaking to your users and your website. So things that you can ask yourself by going to Google, searching the keyword that you're looking at, or searching your degree, searching your school, going to Google and reviewing the follow-up questions in the AI search bar. You can review the people also ask and the existing search features, and reviewing the results overall to see what is relevant to that search. So some questions that you can specifically ask to use in your AI overview keyword research is, does the AI overview appear for that keyword? And if it does appear for that keyword, does it appear on its own automatically, or does it have to be prompted by the user? Ask yourself what type of content is being cited in the AI overview and what content is being featured in the carousel panels. You ask yourself what kind of text answer is being generated. Are you getting the question? Are you getting the list? Are you getting the paragraph of content? Are you getting bullet lists? Also, what kind of content is being linked to and cited? Also, importantly, what are the follow-up questions? When you're looking at the follow-up questions in AI overviews, you can see, does your website already have content that can answer those questions, or can you create content that answers those questions? You can also ask yourself by reviewing the information in the AI overview if it's more of a general answer, if it's very specific, if it is returning a kind of long form blog. Is it returning a short admissions information page? Look at the type of content and look at to see if that indicates that the query in the search bar that you're looking at is related to a certain position in the enrollment funnel. So that can speak to whether you need to create content for early on students who are prospective searchers, as well as creating content for users who are further on in the enrollment funnel. And importantly, you should always ask yourself when you're looking to go to Google and listen to the search landscape to understand what's next in SEO. You're always going to want to review not just the AI overview, but what else is appearing in in the search landscape outside of the AI overview, the organic search results, as well as the other search features. Knowing that AI overviews were rolled out last year only, there's going to be new features always appearing in Google over time. So not only just looking for the AI overviews and the typical things you're looking for, when you're search listening, always pay attention to any new or different features that you're seeing in search results. So as we've mentioned throughout this webinar, we know that optimized images have a great opportunity to help optimize for your content appearing in the AI overview. So when content is linked in the AI overview, often it has an image in the card panel itself. So we know that not just having an image on your page is critical, but having an optimized image can help you ensure that your image or your page is appearing or ranked over another option. So a couple things that are key optimization areas for considering images for SEO is alt text, the file name, and the image file type and size. So alt text is a signal for images to be relevant for keywords and rank in the overview or rank in traditional Google images or search results. So the best practices for optimizing alt text for images include keeping the description to 125 characters or less, also incorporating keywords that you're targeting for that page that the image is appearing on. And it should also accurately describe the image because it is important for accessibility and to ensure your website is following accessibility considerations as well. And here we have an example of how an alt text can describe the picture very accurately, but also include your brand name and include a keyword in order to create relevance for a certain search. Also, a big win that you can, that's a fairly simple step in optimizing images. A big win in search visibility, though, is the file name. So ensure that if it is a generic file name, you're editing your image file name to also include keywords and describe the image. It's another signal for relevance. And finally, the best practices for file type and size for images for SEO typically revolves around the concept of images being fast loading, just because slow loading images are a sign of that lowered user experience. So the best practices for file size and file type are that the JPEG type is the best file, and while PNGs are good for some things like charts, graphs, or images, including text. JPEGs as the smallest option are usually the best for fast load times and for SEO. But whatever type of image file you use, either PNG or JPEG, you are recommended to compress either type. So one of the biggest culprits for a slow loading page can be an image that is uncompressed. So ensure that you are compressing your images and not unnecessarily slowing down your page. Many of the other recommendations we have for the AI overviews and optimizing for this feature of AI-powered search are really in alignment with technical SEO best practices that are directed towards how easy it is, making it easier for search engines to discover and categorize the words and content and information on your website. So this includes optimizing metadata with keywords and adhering to length guidelines, and it also involves maximizing your crawl budget. This ensures that Google can easily find and serve your most important pages for SEO, while also ensuring that it's not crawling and displaying pages that are not important for SEO. Your website only gets a certain number of pages that your search engine will crawl before it stops crawling on your website. So especially with the need to have the really complex specific information like requirements and things that are typically very deep in the site architecture, sometimes those can get missed by search engine crawlers if other pages that are unimportant for SEO are eating up that budget. So it's important to not just submit new pages for indexing, but also de-index pages that aren't important in order to maximize that crawl budget and make sure Google can serve those pages and information in the AI overviews. You'll also want to ensure that you are building an internal link strategy around user experience and around accessibility. So considering user experience, pages that are deeper in site architecture tend to really be relevant for those more specific queries, as I just mentioned, but of course they're harder to find. So internal links to those deeper pages in the site architecture on pages that are more trafficked can help build equity and value for that harder to find content page and ensure that Google knows that it's there and can serve up the content. And as well as accessibility, if a user cannot click or find the link to a deeper page, then it's likely they won't find it. And finally, you can implement structured data as much as possible in order to have Google best understand your content. So next, we're going to move into some of the perceived and predicted reporting challenges with the AI overviews and search generative experience. So overall, there's considerations with the AI overview, thinking, of course, that for some queries and for some search intents, perhaps the full goal or intent of the user is fulfilled with the AI overview only. So thinking of that case, it's possible that for some queries, there could be an initial or sustained loss in website traffic and click-through rate also from really informational queries or high funnel queries or queries where users, like I just mentioned, could possibly receive a full answer to their need from the AI overview. However, I will note that with the higher education industry, there's usually a lot more research that is needed than just one search result. So users are definitely going to continue to search and research, not beyond just one search in order to make such a large decision. But overall, thinking into the future where AI overviews may provide more of that robust answer to some queries, right, in search results. When you're reporting on clicks or traffic from organic search, when you're reporting on SEO for your website, you want to in the future start thinking about weighing clicks against the value of visibility and brand awareness in the AI overview. Um, but also going off of that, we are seeing that those high visibility placements like the carousel panels or those first citations are going to be the biggest opportunity to have the most click-through rate in or the highest click-through rate in the AI overview. And also, it's considered that if there's less visibility for the regular listings that get pushed down the page with the AI overview, there could be a lower CTR for those as well. And all of the considerations here we should remember that there was a kind of similar panic when the featured rich snippets rolled out in Google search that offered some sort of supplied answer directly in search results. And there was a similar panic in terms of with the impact on click-through rate. But as I just mentioned, the buyer's journey for the higher education industry is fairly long. So compared to other websites and compared to other industries, we are possibly in a better position in the advent of AI-powered search because of the need for users to continue to dig deeper and know that your website is the most authoritative place to find answers about your degrees or your application process. But overall, thinking about how we had to adapt for the rich snippet, we also have to adapt for the AI overview. So even if the possibility is there that for certain keywords, if your content appears in the AI overview, you might not get clicked on. But don't you want your content appearing in the AI overview instead of someone else's content? You basically have zero chance of clicks if your content isn't even there. And we also saw in the screenshots throughout the presentation that there is a good opportunity for both brand awareness with the brand name and also just information like the title and meta description, showing your language, your type of marketing initiatives directly in AI overview if you have control over that, over the title tag and meta description. So as I just mentioned, you have to adapt to the AI overview. Something that I think sums it up really well was Julia McCoy in a recent Search Engine Land article. She said that instead of anticipating a drop in website traffic, marketers and content creators should look for ways to increase it by leveraging the ranking opportunities presented by Google's generative AI. So there is, like I just said, that sums it up. So I won't go try to redefine what I just said was going to sum it up really well. But like that first bullet, don't you want your content to appear in the AI overview over a competitor's content? It provides a lot of brand awareness and familiarity with your brand if your users are encountering your content early on in the search journey. And prospective students will feel like a very seamless journey if you're even at the very end of their application process, they are able to find the information they need really easily. And if AI overviews is how that appears in Google search result, you want your content to be able to appear there too. So so just to speak to a little bit more about the tracking of the reporting, we still don't know how the tracking will look for AI overviews. We do know that third-party tools like SEMrush, they started, when rich snippets emerged, they started showing tracking tools for search for rich snippets. So we are hoping and predicting that these third-party tools will eventually be able to effectively incorporate reporting from AI overviews and know which keywords are triggering them, know which content is appearing there. But as of now, there is not a super reliable way to understand which keywords appear in the AI overview and which content appears in the AI overview. Not just is it a little volatile in that way, but it's also based on location and other factors. So there is a hope that we will have ability to track the AI overview appearances using third-party tools too. And that is because with Google Search Console and Google's data directly about our website from the organic search results, they do not have currently still a weighted separate data from the Google's featured snippets or other features. So there's a good chance that Google Search Console and other data tools directly from Google may not have that dedicated reporting capability. So we're thinking about relying on those third-party tools for that, knowing that Google Search Console does not separate out that data for featured snippets or other search features. So there is a possibility that Google Search Console could bring in information directly from the AI overviews to help you understand how the AI overviews are driving traffic to your website. But we are predicting that we're going to probably get the most help from third-party tools to understand that. So let's move into what we still don't know. So really, up until just a couple months ago, up until March 2024, we didn't know when the AI overview was coming out to the general user base of Google. Prior, it had been the experiment in Google Labs. So now it's becoming fully rolled out. But what we still don't know is when the full behavior of AI overviews will be understood, when they appear and how they appear. We also don't know, of course, like we just mentioned, their full impact on traffic and clicks. We still don't have a solid answer on how paid ads will be incorporated into the AI overview or how they will be presented alongside the AI overview. And again, we don't know if any reporting capabilities directly from Google will allow us to understand how AI overviews drive traffic, though those third-party tools will likely come out with an effective way to understand, like how they've let us understand features like rich snippets, understand the appearances of your content in AI overviews. So overall, a main takeaway that we want to have from this session is that the search behavior of users are also going to evolve. Like how AI overviews are clearly a big step in the evolution of what this search experience is like using search engines. We're also predicting that users will become more conversational with the way they search in response to basically the way the AI overviews have that power to take on those complex queries and provide specific results to questions that may not have had really specific results appear in traditional search engine results. We've already seen Google going in the conversational direction over the past few years with those features like rich snippets. People also ask, the AI overviews are really taking it to the next level, allowing that search to build on previous search inputs, previous queries, informing the next queries. And that allows a level of specificity that hasn't been able to be found before. And in response, people will change how they search. So the queries that they put into search engines will get longer, more specific because of the ability to get specific results for those queries. So those short tail head terms we're predicting may become less prominent. And users will adapt how they phrase queries, becoming more conversational or question-based. So that is something that we're going to be looking out for. But overall, this is what we know so far about how new landscapes in search appear all the time. And AI is definitely a new player in the game and a new way that users are going to be discovering information from now into the future. So while AI overviews are now fully rolled out and they're going to start bringing in traffic. This is what we know about being ready for that change and knowing that your website can be future proof for any way that users find information now and into the future. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really enjoyed our webinar together, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.